Welcome back, guys, to Metaphor ReFantazio, where last episode, entering the area where our story really began, the scene of the original assassination attempt on the prince, we came across our next foe in the form of Zorba, who, having been transformed into a partial human by Luis, faced us in battle as we made sure he wasn't coming back this time with a massive hit. Destroying the final king's servant to lift the spirits of those in Grand Trad, with Zorba having fallen into the capital to his death as evidence for battling to reason with the gathering crowd, we now have advanced to the throne room, raising Basilio into his royal berserker archetype as we now confront our nemesis. So, Luis, no point of no return stuff got up, but days until the final battle is still 16 days supposedly? We are here just to reclaim the royal scepter, are we?
Is all well?
Ask us at the throne room where Luis waits. We cannot turn back now. Are you prepared? What does that mean? Risk it for a biscuit? Is that the warning? I feel like Gallica would deliver it.
I'm heading out.
We'll get the royal scepter back for certain. There's no way we'll let him do as he pleases any longer. Yeah, it'd be more of a speech.
Such a countenance. So you truly are the Prince Reborn. I must say, you and your father are cut from the same cloth. Quite unpredictable as death moves.
What of you? Is this hornless form your own true being?
I'll say this here for your own good, Luis. Hand over the royal scepter. Only the one who has earned the people's support is fit to be king. You and us. We can still end this without more bloodshed.
No path forward is bloodless. The king may have avoided it, but the people will only shed his share. That has been this country's crime for too long. Those in power exact the price of their greed from the people, then preach that such pain is a natural trial to be overcome. The indolent powers of this land have poisoned it with their lies. There is no cure, but destruction.
Who's the real charlatan here? You turn people into monsters and convince them it's salvation. Even Zorba, your most loyal vassal, you twisted into a monster. You promise protection to your devoted, yet always fall short of the mark.
I have never lied. I swear upon my name, it is one of the greatest trespasses I can imagine. Have you never wondered why the king's magic is so strong and forged? Or why the royal scepter can only be used by those who bear the public's favor? One royal hand clutching one bejeweled rod does not alone accomplish such wonders of magic. But what if it drew magic not from its wielder, but from the masses? That is the truth. The royal scepter is a divine relic that absorbs Magla from people across the kingdom. And thus, the royal magic's power is near inexhaustible. Such has been the royal family's tradition for centuries, generations upon generations. Do you know what this means? Magla is mortal anxiety, which means that the people of this country now have no choice but to perpetually direct their anxiety to the king, simply to stay safe.
Absurd. Then how do you explain the people of the capital going mad?
It was no madness that took them. The Magla spews from their helpless hearts at a rate far greater than the scepter can absorb. Hence the stagnation. The behavior now on full display is their inborn, true nature. When they cannot control their fears, they lash out at neighbor and outsider alike. And that is mortal weakness.
That's who they really are.
So the king's servants created the massive Magla flow from the vast Magla throughout the kingdom, but that in itself was born of the people.
In a world like this, order built on mutual understanding is but a dream within a dream. Before we achieve resolution, the people must be corrected. On the day the late king's magic fades, I will shape the royal magic anew. All the Magla gathered over these months of turmoil will be restored to the people. those who can overcome it will be reborn as new humans. Thus, we achieve our first round of natural selection. Our first step towards a world truly fair and just.
Natural selection? New humans? What absurd delusions.
Delusions? You witnessed how the prince lost his very self to my spell, and then re-emerged with powers and will burning ever brighter.
You mean you would do to the people exactly what you did to him? You would use the royal magic to inflict such horrors on all the crown's subjects?
Those who follow me and accept the rule of power will surely survive by virtue of their own will. But if they give in to fear, yes, they will lose both form and mind. That is what it means to protect those who follow. It is not a salvation given of empty charity, but earned through the providence of power.
Then, that's your true ambition. That's why you sent Sorba to the royal funeral. You never even wanted the throne. It was all for the royal scepter.
The shows of power, terrifying the people. It wasn't just manipulation. You justified all of that.
The man would turn all people into humans. It defies all sense.
Worry not. You've proven you're more than worthy. I've little doubt you'll survive the first culling and move on to the new world. You mentioned earlier that we might still resolve this without bloodshed. Then, I put the same offer to you. Join me, Prince. Born of Elden blood, welcoming anyone regardless of tribe. It is no coincidence that you and I take inspiration from the same book.
Don't let him sway you, Your Highness.
I know you detest injustice as I do. Come with me. Let me lend you my power, and together we will change the unfair world we seek to destroy.
I obviously don't seek to destroy. I detest injustice is responding in the affirmative to you.
I don't seek to destroy this world or any other.
Exactly! He's nothing like you!
Should you deny me, then what? How would you fix this country? You must have seen it everywhere you traveled. Tradition, superstition, family honor, and all those struck down unjustly in the name of such authorities. The only cure for such suffering is a simpler world, in which strength triumphs over pain. It is not a solution without cruelty. But surely the fairness it would restore to our lives is worth any sacrifice. Come with me, and we can realize this dream. What say you?
Well, I don't think I'm going to say you're absolutely right.
The fairness you speak of is false.
He's got the right of it, Luis. It's not even about what'll be sacrificed. It's about having respect for what the dream costs. And you've got none of that. You keep talking about your laws of power. But what that comes down to is you figure some people in this world just deserve to die? If that's what you believe in, then you can hate Forden all you want, but you're no different.
Be silent. I once had my own aspirations. Yes, I had dreams. But what has the world ever done for us?
What's happening?
The royal scepter? But how?
So be it. There is still time until my magic settles upon this land. Until then, I will watch the world collapse from my perch at the top.
Wait! Luis!
I have done this for their sakes, not for mine. History and the will of the people will prove that. If you have the strength to weather this storm and come to me, I will deem you a worthy opponent. It will be a mercy to you, at the very least.
What the hell? Luis waffled on about his solipsistic ideals before disappearing into a storm of magma, which how did he conjure all that stuff? I can't just sit here twiddling my thumbs. After him!
If we push forward, we'll be in grave danger. This storm itself is a maelstrom of pure magma.
Maybe this is just what it looks like. When the people's minds are slaves to their anxiety and fear.
That doesn't mean the solution is to deform them into monsters. The man's an arrogant lunatic.
We must give chase somehow.
All aspirants to the throne.
This voice. Your Majesty?
The royal scepter has been taken. Luis now wields the royal magic to his own dark ends.
Luis was one step ahead of us. We did not expect him to seize and use the scepter before the final deadline.
His magic will be set in motion on the very day that the new king is to be decided. Such is the decree.
So it's just as Luis said. He won't let this campaign end any way but his. The bastard always loved making a spectacle of this. Your Majesty, you were killed by Luis yourself. Doesn't it matter to you that he may succeed as king?
I had sought death long before he granted it.
You wished for your own death? But why?
The ideals I once believed in. I no longer had the power within me to fulfill them. Thus, I ensured my very life would serve as key to activate the royal magic. Should revolutionary fervor seek to destroy my regime, should Luis or any other malcontent take my life, therein would lie the catalyst. Thus would I appear, on a day so appointed, with form and voice, given life by royal magic.
I see. No wonder the magic survived even the prince's reawakening. It was never a matter of retaliation against the church or anything of the sort. You truly wished to pass the crown to whoever the people elected of their own will.
Oh, Prince. My son. If thou wouldst inherit the kingdom, thou must stop Luis. That is a trial befitting one who would take the throne.
His Majesty's magla has faded.
I guess that's it. It really is up to us to save this land's future.
Luis is just ahead. We have to find a way to get beyond this storm, reckless or not.
Let's fall back to the royal capital for now, so we can come up with a strategy.
He's running that way! Kill anyone who stands against Count Luis! We fight for justice! Make them understand!
'Tis a battlefield out here. They know nothing of their savior's true intent, yet the streets are teeming with self-declared military police.
What's a man supposed to do when they're running around screaming about justice with bloodshot eyes?
So it's a crime to even disagree now. He said this was just their nature. I suppose I can see where his disappointment springs from.
But your allies are working hard too. It's not all as bad as it looks.
We are grateful. We will believe in their support as they believe in us.
By the way, I talked with Neurus on how to get to Luis's location. And of course, he said there's only one thing for it. Armor up the Skyrunner and dive in.
That's your strategy?
Think, my girl. It's our best play. But with no time for modifications, I can't say how long she'll last in there. I say, we've got one shot to charge in.
A proper dramatic do-or-die fight.
The road you run is perilous.
If we have but one chance, I'd say the final day is when we'd have even the slightest odds of success.
Right. That place is churning with the scepter's gathered magla. But if the casting steadily drains it away, then much of the ambient magla should be gone by the last day.
A proper dramatic do-or-die fight at the very last minute.
We would walk a treacherous tightrope until the very end. But have we ever done things any other way?
We cannot yield now. Luis's ambitions must be stopped, even at the cost of our lives.
Let's give it a shot.
Save the country. There's the 10. I must defeat Luis and save the country, but first I'll have to get past the Magla Storm to reach him. I should prepare thoroughly and wait for our day of departure. 17 days left.
You worked out some more of the truth, yes? Can you tell me more about what happened at the Royal Palace?
Luis is Elden. Everything is as we were told at the Ancient Sanctum.
What? Bloody hell. That's a heavy hit right off the bat.
Luis knew the truth of the royal scepter. It's a divine relic that absorbs anxiety from the people. That's the fuel for its incredible power.
The masses have grown accustomed to a life where the king bears the brunt and responsibility for their anxieties. All this chaos comes from that dynamics reversal.
Might need you to slow down a bit. So that's his aim. Luis wants to make this a land of humans.
A drastic remedy to awaken the people spoiled by the royal scepter's power. And their horrific transformation is but the end to his chosen means. Yet I sensed some other reason to go to such atrocious lengths. He pursues some other purpose.
Well, if he's Elden, then Luis must have been there when the Sanctus Church made an inferno of his home. So, you suppose it's for revenge?
Can't say. He also ordered Zorba to directly attack the Ancient Sanctum after all.
Something he said stuck with me. About how he used to have dreams. Dreams long dead. I think he doesn't trust dreams. As in, he refuses to believe in anything that actually takes a risk. Like connecting with people or personal change. Maybe to Luis, dreams are just lies.
Perhaps he wants to push history forward with his own hands, like those of the world past.
It's ludicrous. I'll not let him get away with his self-obsessed madness. If we're to be ruled, it shouldn't be by someone who's given up on the world.
Indeed. Besides, the rightful heir stands with us. Should we succeed, you stand to inherit the throne soon. Are you prepared, Your Highness?
Let's not be too hasty. I mean, I have to. That'll be my role. I can grow into it.
Yes, of course.
You really are committed, huh? In any case, we'll confront Luis on the last day. Until then, let's tie up our loose ends so we can fight with no regrets.
You've done a fine job so far. Time to follow through on those campaign promises, eh? Win this one for us.
Look at what Luis has made there. Unbelievable. We're getting in there, and we're going to tear it down.
What's that about?
The Tyrant's Star. A storm of magla created by the royal scepter. Luis awaits a final confrontation in its eye.
The day of the hero draws near, which shall see the crowning of a new king. 16 days remain.
Seems Bridge just sent me a letter and some money while I was out dungeoneering.
This here.
Thank you very much for your 15,000.
The deadline?
We have a few days until the day of the hero dawns, so I want to be sure we're in tip-top shape before then, so we can cut through that massive Magla and give Luis what he deserves. But don't forget that Luis wields the Royal Scepter. We will truly need all of our strength and talents to win this fight. This means we're going to be at the top of our game, don't it? Anything we're missing, now's the time to find it.
We gotta prep.
After everything that's happened, we definitely cannot allow Luis to become king. Let's make sure we're ready. Don't leave anything undone. We've got a lot of purification to do. Approaching the decisive battle. The final decisive battle will take place on October 26th, a day before the day of the hero, when the new king will be crowned. Defeating Luis will require substantial strength and power. Spend time with your followers and travel the world to prepare your party. I mean, I've already done the first bit.
We've gotta do it.
We have 15 days left until we have to charge into that concentrated Magla. Let's do it without regrets.
Right.
I'll make every moment count.
Pardon?
I beg your pardon. Prince is no monster, he's kind. Thank you very much. The truth of the Royal Scepter. A divine relic in the form of a scepter, outstandingly powerful even among other relics of the old world, has the extraordinary power to absorb Magla from the masses and store that Magla in large quantities, and is capable of unleashing magic equal in its destructive power to natural disasters. The first king of Ukrainia realized that its power to absorb Magla from others was, in effect, the power to force people to forget their anxieties. To ensure that ruinous wars like the War of Destruction would never happen again, generations of kings made it their duty to ground their influence throughout the entire kingdom. Their wish was granted, and the kingdom enjoyed a long peace. That peace came at a heavy price, robbing people of the inward strength to face their own anxieties themselves. Now the time has come for the kingdom to settle its long-standing debt. Makes me wonder if, like, people have new dialogue, but maybe not at this juncture, yeah. Here, there, and everywhere. Still, people have been executed and the whatnot.
Done?
Luis is waiting for us up there. Suppose if there's one thing you can count on the man for, he'd never run from a fight. Yep.
I say that is enough.
Can I have some of the mag back I traded you earlier? To be honest, it really wasn't that much when you think about it.
Okay?
Hello there.
Yep, we got some appraisals to do, some selling to do as well. 100k's worth of selling.
Now then.
Taken from the castle itself. Right, we have a mossy armor. For a third eye protector, increases evasion against slash. Superior tainted two-hander. Cursed blade nihil. Normal attacks inflict hex. Superior tainted blade. Or a Calcum saber. Small MP recovery every turn in battle. Superior tainted something else. Victor's semaphore. Increases allies' defense at the start of battle. Mace of Smite increases damage against undead type monsters. And Royal Finery. Why, thank you very much. Alright, I guess next is to the church.
Go.
We got a few things to purify after all. We'll see actually how good they are in the end.
All right.
And if I have enough stuff to do it, is actually more the question. Look, oh god. We have tons of stuff to purify, and I probably... Wait, how much heavenly water do I have? Wait, is this one that gets changed? Is this a single one? This might be a single one. Significantly increases pierce attack strength. Significantly increases strike attack strength. What if we gave that to... Stroll looks like he's doing the biggest damage thus far. Okay, and that is one that changes. So we can give it to Stroll, or we could give it to Basilio, depending on who we wanted to. Bruiser's headgear, Jouster's headgear, Duelist headgear. So again, the same issue, but with evasion this time. I don't know who's got a weakness to what. Ah! Man, I should have picked up more of that stuff. I really should have stole more of that. I think it was a steel item, wasn't it? That's pretty good. Edge of Calamity increases strike attack strength, so no matter what, he's going to get some of it. That takes 2 Heavenly Water.
Oh, nice.
Nice indeed. Golden Wings of Abacus decreases cost of money skills. Let's look at the other things first. Ame no Habikiri increases damage against human-type monsters. Lance of Judgment increases the chance of counter skills activating. Oh, that's ridiculously good for you, isn't it? Isn't it? Then I won't be able to get the Divine Fists. Or the Golden Wing Abacus. Do I want the one that increases the MP cost and strength of Synthesis to do even more damage? Or do I want more attack power? Man, the only place I know where to get Heavenly Water from is one of the 3 dungeons we went to in this period of time, isn't it? Maybe I'll have to go back there. Maybe I should move forward with that kind of thing. That would waste a day, but or waste a bit of a day. Oh, I should probably get that.
Indeed.
Sounds good for your royal job. Do I want you to have more MP cost and strength? Or more damage against human-type monsters? I don't know if I'll get that. I feel like if you're going to give him increased slash damage, then you're probably going to be able to layer on the stuff a bit more by having the increased strength of synthesis to then do even more damage. He did like 7k without being charged up, didn't he? Just with strength up and with... Was it with defense down? So he might be hitting like 15k, like we did. But equally, I don't really need Divine Fist or the Golden Wing Abacus either. Abacus. I'll buy it because it's a weapon we use. It's a royal archetype that we have. But I kind of need a fair bit more Heavenly Water. You should sell it. Why doesn't anyone sell it? Maybe I can buy it at the water salesman now. I don't know. We can't do anything but wait for the final battles to take place on the day of the hero. I'm sure you must be tense. How about some meditation? You're offering us things to do. Are there any more quests to get across the land?
Hey.
We must await the day of our battle. Do what you must now so that we can approach it without regret. Remind me, I'm just blazing a past on this guy. How do I find out? Alright, let's scan through everywhere. Not in this town at the very least. I'm just going to pop on over here. I wonder if Batlin's out here. Fighting the good fight. Maybe there is more water at the... Hey, I need Heavenly Water. Oh, she's added more stock. None of it is Heavenly Water. Pure Nectar, though. 100 MP. Didn't know you were going to stock a better version of it? Oh, there's way less people here now. There are so many conversations around me.
Listen up!
He never abandons people in need, and he doesn't shy away from people in the country's underbelly either. The prince that I know has always been that way. You're still here, eh? That's just about enough of you. Not another peep from that irritating voice of yours you hear. Maybe you need to be roughed up a bit to get it through your thick skull. You obviously like to run that tongue of yours. I'll rip it out along with your heart. I'd prefer if you could spare me the pain, thanks. Sorry, but at times like these, I don't think it's possible for me to keep my mouth shut. This bastard. Don't touch him. If you're going to hurt someone, hurt me instead. What? Also support the prince, just like Batlin. I'm tired of being scared and staying silent.
Whoa.
Me as well. Luis isn't king yet. Trying to solve things with violence is nothing but a coward's move. People are giving me their support, little by little.
Luis is the only one left, isn't he?
I'm a bit worried by her going like, hurt me instead. I need Meg. Guy, supply it. Your Highness, you're here. Came to see the King's Rock. How are things? I must be back on there, yeah?
Isn't that...
So it seems that the bigger the candidate's face on the rock, the more qualified they are to be king. The voices supporting you are getting louder after we destroyed that device in the royal palace. All that's left is to show people your promises for a new way of life in what time we have. Honestly though, I hardly care about Luis or saving this country anymore. I just want you to be king.
Right.
I know we can't avoid fighting Luis, but I think it's more about fighting for the future we want to have. I needed that.
Yep.
And we know where we stand. Should we get back to it? That's all I needed to know. I guess if we're going to check for quests, we should check a bounty board, but I'm 100% certain, actually, that there's no bounties, because I'm first on the board.
Uh-huh.
You want to see the contracts? I'm counting on you, Your Highness. Yeah, we're first. That surely means we're done.
All right, then.
Alright, so Materia is clear. Bruh.
All right. Where to?
Fort Brawlhaven is also clear. It needs us to go and do the arena stuff. That's why probably like one of my remaining few tasks. Etruria. Clear.
All right. Where to?
And Alterberry Heights is seemingly clear. We might have a few dips in its spa to come. Okay, so if we're going to do anything right now, I guess we're going to Port Barrelhaven, see what the weather's like at the Arena Front Wharf. And then it's time to start on these trials. The weather's fine, I'm pretty sure. And we can save as we will it.
Closer up.
15 days to spend. We need to go on a fishing trip. You're here. This desk is for the rank league. Your current rank is gold 2. Do you want to hear about your opponent for the next rank? Here we are at gold 2 of another weapons-only battle. Run around the Colosseum by yourself and use your own strength to defeat Kokosardos and Leogryph. Both of them deal some pretty hefty blows, and I mean hefty. You take even one hit and it's lights out forever.
It's gonna be tough.
So even one blow is fatal, and both are going to be attacking you at once. You can't afford to be anything but defensive on this one. With that, all that's left is the fight. Go show us what you got. Ooh.
What'll it be?
Could I die on this? I've saved just before.
Come on, come on.
Our challenger Will is ready to risk it all. Let's make it one for the ages. Then fight. Okay, it's defeat all enemies without getting hit. Thank God I killed it fast. Oh, I see the strategy here is just to kill it. A brilliant bang-on blow by our challenger, Will. Magnificent work. All the monsters have been annihilated. Oh, yes. We're just powerful.
Bravo!
Brilliant. Absolutely smashing fight you showed us there. The audience loved every moment. You've risen through the ranks. It's been a long road, but here you are, gold 1. If you win the next match, you'll receive a special reward. There's more fighting ahead of you, but here's a reward for this time. Go on. It's yours. Really nice.
Look at you.
The audience was really riled up. You did a great job fighting with all those eyes on you. I got through the ranked match. I feel like taking the challenge has improved my courage.
All right.
Couldn't Yufa's brother calm the weather if needed be? Probably not in a city. It's more about destinations, I thought. Yeah, we have enough for Royal Summoner.
Fight another day.
The challenge is open to you anytime you wish. You're always welcome here at the Colosseum. I left the Colosseum, the crowd still cheering with feverish enthusiasm, and I took a break with the team. Yeah. Back to the hushed honeybee.
All right. Where to?
Where to indeed. Port Brawlhaven. Arena Front Wharf. And the weather's fine for another fight. Thankfully, I'm just that powerful at the moment. Auto-saving, you say? I'm happy with how the day's going so far, so I'll save again. That battle took like 2 minutes, didn't it? 3.